Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're getting back to work on the YZ250 two-stroke build, and we're going to get this thing all ready to go for assembly. So we're going to go through every single part on this project that's not already complete and rebuild it or get it ready for assembly. So it's going to be a ton of stuff packed into this video, probably 20 plus hours of work. So it's probably going to be a lot of time lapses, a lot of montages, just because we can't do everything live because it's so much work. But it's going to be a ton of fun as well to take you guys through the process of getting everything ready for assembly. But first, before we do that, I'm going to lay all the parts out on the table behind me here that we have already completed, just so you guys are all caught up to date, and then we'll get to work on what needs to be finished up. Alright, so here's everything we have that's pretty much ready for assembly. Not near as much stuff as I expected, so that's kind of disappointing. It just means more work for this video. But we got the wheels all finished up here. The engine is all finished up. Super happy about the engine. We have our shorty pipe here. I'm actually going to repack this silencer, so technically it's not even done, but overall it's clean. And then we come over here, got the triple clamps coated. I still need to press the bearing on here, so this isn't technically done as well. But we got our foot peg mounts here that are complete. The radiators we're going to reuse. They're in super good condition. Yeah, but that's pretty much everything that we have done so far. There is a lot of aftermarket parts that I haven't showed you guys that I will show you guys later on in the video, and I'll save some for the assembly process just to be a surprise there. And then also, if you guys remember, I got the frame powder coated, so I'll show you that frame later on in the video. But we got a ton of stuff to do. I think the first thing I'm going to start with is trying to make the exhaust look like a works pipe. Alright, so here is the exhaust that this bike came with. It's a FMF Gold Series gnarly pipe. Perfect for enduro and desert that we're going to be using this bike for. So I want to stick with this pipe, but I also don't really like the kind of nickel plated look that the pipe has. I like the bare metal look like a works pipe has. I'll put a picture up here if you're not familiar with a works pipe. But this might be impossible just because some places are rusted and then some places are plated. But I'm going to see if a blaster will be able to take the plating off of this pipe. If not, I'll just clean up these areas, get it the best I can. So the pipe's pretty much blasted, most of the rust is off. The plating was coming off pretty easy, so I'm guessing the Primamex buffing wheels are going to take these off here. And yeah, I might have to cut off some of the mounts. Like this mount I'll probably cut off just to get behind it. And I'll probably switch between these and a smaller thing to get everything looking super smooth and shiny. Alright, so the pipe looks pretty good. Got most of the plating off of here and got that raw steel look back. I am going to add heat marks and burn out the carbon later. I just can't do it right now because I want to do it outside and it's pouring rain. But what I'm going to do for now is just spray some of this Bow Shield T9 on here. And this will basically just prevent it from rusting while I'm waiting to put those heat lines into it. So now that we're done working on the pipe, the next thing I'm going to start on is rebuilding all the brakes. So if you guys remember, I got them all Cerakoted. They're looking really good in this silken blue color and this satin aluminum color. Super excited to see what these are going to look like together. But before we can do that, we got to rebuild them. So what I'm going to use are some rebuild kits from All Balls. If you guys haven't heard of All Balls, they make rebuild kits for pretty much any bearing or seal that you're going to need on your bike. Anything from your linkage bearings, I'll be using them on the linkage bearings as well, to your brakes, to your steering stem, all those things like that. So definitely check them out. They make quality kits. I've used them before, and I'll have them linked down in the description for you guys. Okay guys, well these brake parts came out absolutely amazing. The Cerakote on there really came together nicely with the color combo. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. The all balls kits all went in really smoothly, so I was happy with that. Seemed to be working really well. And then I also topped it off with a Tusk Racing master cylinder cover on both of the master cylinders, and the brake lever. I'll have that linked down in the description for you guys if you want to check out all balls or Tusk. As you guys know, Tusk makes a ton of different products for your bike, so they are on Rocky Mountain's website if you guys want to check out all the products they make and maybe pick up something for your bike. But the next thing we're going to do is I have these boxes here of old parts from what we took off of the YZ. So there's a bunch of stuff that I need to shine up on the Prime MX buffing wheels and make it look brand new. So something like the Kickstarter, if I Cerakoted this or powder coated it, it would just wear off just because your boot's on it so much. And this part like this is just going to be hitting on your foot peg or whatnot. So definitely just a good idea to clean this up with the Prime MX buffing wheels. I'll also be doing it to like the linkage as well. So I'm going to go through this, see what I need to shine up, and then organize what I need to Cerakote as well. So all these parts are complete and they came out looking pretty much brand new. So these wheels really worked magic on these parts and totally restored them all the way. If you guys are interested in picking up a set of these wheels to restore your bike or some of the parts on it, I'll have them linked down below in the description. It does help out the channel if you shop through that link, so I appreciate it. But the next thing, now that we got these parts looking all brand new, is I'm going to show you guys the frame that got powder coated. Alright guys, so here is the frame all powder coated. I told you guys I was getting it powder coated, didn't tell you what color. So this isn't actually the color I was hoping for. I was hoping for an anodized blue like this piece here, or like the wheel hubs that I did powder coated. But it just didn't come out like that. It almost came out turquoise blue. On the camera it probably looks darker than that, but it's actually more of a turquoise blue in person. So I'm not happy with it. I'm not going to run the frame like this. I'm going to sandblast it and then get it vapor blasted. But the company that did this did sponsor the channel. It was a dual coating, and they were actually really cool guys there, and I think they would do a great job if you wanted to get your single coating done with them. So I'll still link them down in the description. They just hadn't really done very many of the dual coatings, and I'd rather just go vapor blasted on this frame, just because it's going to be a hard enduro bike, and I would probably wear through this powder coating pretty quick if the bike went down or my boots right here. So it is what it is. We got a plan going forward now, all good to go. I'm also going to get the subframe vapor blasted as well as the swing arm here. But before I send out the swing arm, I actually got to sandblast the anodized finishing off of here, just so the vapor blast can get straight to the aluminum. So I'm going to go throw these in the sandblaster, and I'll catch you guys in a minute. Okay guys, we just got all the parts out of the blaster, and it is actually the next day. I just finished up blasting the swing arm in the morning. So the swing arm blasted pretty easy, was able to get the anodizing off of it, but the frame is going to be real tough to blast. I was blasting this portion right here for about 20 minutes, and you can see I did not get very far, so I did a little math, and it'll probably take like a whole day to finish this. So I'm just going to take it to a professional who has higher blasting PSI and can get this off a lot easier. But now that we got these parts figured out, I can get it ready to send to the vapor blaster, so I'm all done with what I can do here. I think I'm going to vapor blast the linkage on this as well, so we're good there. Next thing I can do is start pressing in bearings to our linkage and our steering stem and things like that. So this is the only linkage I'll be replacing the bearings on today, since the other linkage, as you just saw, I'm going to get it vapor blasted, so there's no point in putting in fresh bearings. And then right here on the steering stem, I'm going to install the lower bearing today. I'm not going to install anything into the frame just because I'm going to get that blasted as well. Alright guys, so as you can see, I got all the parts laid out behind me on the table here that we're going to be using for assembly, besides the parts I'm getting vapor blasted and the stuff that's going out for suspension work. But other than that, these are all the parts here. So we got the wheels looking awesome with the powder coat and the tusk parts and tires. And then we got the engine looking great, our exhaust system ready to go, some parts we cleaned up, and our we got a new gas filler cap here, and then our Mica Metals bars got a new set of these for the bike, Trail Tech kickstand, and then our Bolt motorcycle hardware and our braking systems. I do have some more awesome aftermarket parts I am going to show you guys later on. This was just a teaser for now. But yeah, I'm super excited to start putting this stuff together after we get everything back from vapor blasting and getting its work done. So make sure, if you guys are excited as I am for this project to come together, hit that subscribe button and also give this video a thumbs up. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.